Activity 1.8. With the help of your teacher, install one free and open source application software on your computer. Think and reflect. When a computer is turned on, who brings the OS into RAM from the secondary storage? 1.8. Operating System. An operating system OS can be considered to be a source manager which manages all the resources of a computer, that is, its hardware including CPU, RAM, disk, network, and other input output devices. It also controls various application software and device drivers, manages system security, and handles access by different users. It is the most important system software. Examples of popular OS are Windows, Linux, Android, Macintosh, and so on. The primary objective of an operating system are twofold. The first is to provide services for building and running application programs. When an application program needs to be run, it is the operating system which loads the program into memory and allocates it to the CPU for execution. When multiple applications programs need to be run, the operating system decides the order of the execution. The second objective of an operating system is to provide an interface to the user through which the user can interact with the computer. A user interface is a software component which is a part of the operating system and whose job is to take commands or input from a user for the operating system to process. Type of user interface of operating system: command based interface, graphical user interface, touch based interface, voice based interface, gesture based interface. Figure 1.15. Types of user interface of OS. 1.8.1 OS user interface. There are different types of user interface, each of which provide a different functionality. Some commonly used interfaces are shown in figure 1.15. A. Command-based interface. Command-based interface requires a user to enter the command to perform different tasks like creating, opening, editing, or deleting a file, etc. The user has to remember the names of all such programs or specific commands which the operating system supports. The primary input device used by the user for command-based interface is the keyboard. Command-based interface is often less interactive and usually allows a user to run a single program at a time. Example of operating system with command-based interface include MS-DOS and Unix. B. Graphical user interface. Graphical user interface GUI lets users run, program, or give instruction to the computer in the form of icons, menus, and other visual options. Icons usually represent files and programs stored on the computer, and windows represent running program that the user has launched through the operating system. The input devices used to interact with the GUI commonly include the mouse and the keyboard. Example of operating system with GUI interfaces include Microsoft Windows, Ubuntu, Fedora, and Macintosh, among others. C. Touch based interface. Today, smartphones, tablets, PCs allows user to interact with the system simply using the touch input. Using the touchscreen, a user provide input to the operating system which are interpreted by the OS as commands like opening an app, closing an app, dialing a number, scrolling across app, etc. Example of popular operating systems with touch-based interfaces are Android and iOS. Windows 8.1 and 10 also support touch-based interfaces on touch screen devices. D. Voice-based interface. Modern computers have been designed to address the needs of all types of users, including people with special needs and people who want to interact with a computer or smartphone while doing some other task. For users who cannot use the input devices like the mouse, keyboard, and touchscreen, modern operating systems provide other means of human-computer interaction. User today can use voice-based commands to make a computer work in the desired way. Some operating systems which provide voice-based control to user include iOS, Siri, Android, Google Now or OK Google, Microsoft Windows 10, Cortana, and so on. E. Gesture-based interface. Some smartphones based on Android and iOS as well as laptop let users interact with the device using gestures like waving, tilting, eye motion, and shaking. This technology is evolving faster and it has promising potential for application in gaming, medicine, and other areas. Some smartphones based on Android and iOS as well as laptops let user interact with the devices using gestures like waving, tilting, eye motion, and shaking. This technology is evolving faster and it has promising potential for applications in gaming, medicine, and other areas. 1.8.2 Functions of operating system. Now, let us explore the important services and tasks that an operating system provides for managing the computer system. Operating system is called resource manager as it manages different sources like main memory, CPU, I/O devices so that each resource is used optimally and system performance does not deteriorate. A. Process management. While a computer system is operational, different tasks are running simultaneously. A program is intended to carry out various tasks. A task in execution is known as process. We can activate a system monitor program that provides information about the processes being executed on a computer. In some systems, it can be activated using Ctrl Alt plus delete. It is responsibility of operating system to manage this processing and get multiple tasks completed in minimum time. As CPU is the main resource of computer system, its allocations among processes is the most important service of the operating system. Hence, processes management concern the management of multiple processes allocation of required resources, and exchange of information among processes. B. Memory management. Primary or main memory of a computer system is usually limited. The main task of memory management is to give, allocate, and take free memory from running processes. Since there are multiple processes running at a time, there arises a need or to dynamically on the go allocate and free memory to be processes. Operating system should do it without affecting other processes that are already residing in the memory, and once the process is finished, it is again the responsibility of the operating system to take the memory space back for reutilization. Hence, memory management concern with management of main memory so that maximum memory is occupied or utilized by large number of processes, which keeps track of each and every location within the memory as free or occupied. C. File management. Data and programs are stored as files in the secondary storage of a computer system. File management involves the creation, updating, deletion, and protection of these files in the secondary memory. Protection is a crucial function of an operating system, as multiple users can access and use a computer system. There must be a mechanism in place that will stop users from accessing files that belong to some other user and have not been shared with them. File management system manages secondary memory, while memory management system handles the main memory of the computer system. D. Device management. A computer system has many I or O devices and hardware connected to it. Operating system manages these heterogeneously devices that are interdependent. The operating system interacts with the device driver and their related software for a particular device. The operating system must also provide the option for configuring a particular device so that it may be used by an end user or some other device. So, just like files, devices also need security measures and their access to different devices must be restricted by the operating system to the authorized users, software, and other hardware only. Summary. A computing device, also referred as computer processor, the input data as per given instruction to generate desired output. Computer system has four physical components. 1. CPU, primary memory, input device, for output device. They are referred to as hardware of computer. Computer system has two types of primary memories. One RAM, the volatile memory, and two ROM, the non-volatile memory. System bus is used to transfer data, addresses, and control signals between components of computer system. A microprocessor is a small size electronic component inside a computer that performs basic arithmetic and logical operations on data. Microcontroller is a small computing device which has a CPU, a fixed amount of RAM, ROM, and other peripherals embedded on a single chip. Software is a set of instructions written to achieve the desired task and are mainly categorized as system software, programming tools, and application software. Hardware of a computer cannot function on its own. It needs software to be operational or functional. Operating system is an interface between the user and the computer and the supervises the working of computer system. That is, it monitors and controls the hardware and software of the computer system. Exercise 1. Name the software required to make a computer functional. Write down its two primary services. 2. How does the computer understand a program written in level language? 3. Why is the execution time of the machine code less than that of source code? 4. What is the need of RAM? How does it differ from ROM? 5. What is the need of secondary memory? 6. How do different components of the computer communicate with each other? 7. Draw the block diagram of the computer system. Briefly write about the functionality of each component. 8. What is the primary role of system bus? Why is data bus is di- bidirectional while address bus is unidirectional? 9. Differentiate between proprietary software and freeware software. Name two software for each type. 10. Write the main difference between microcontroller and microprocessor. Why do smart home appliances have a microcontroller instead of microprocessor embedded in them? 11. Mention the different types of data that you deal with while browsing the internet. 12. Categories the following data as structured, semi structured, and unstructured. 1. Newspaper, cricket match score, HTML page, patient records in a hospital. 13. Name the input or output device used to do the following: A. To output audio, B. To enter textual data, 6. To make hard copy of a text file, D. To display the data or information, E. To enter audio based command, F. To build 3D models, G. To assist a visually impaired individual in entering data. 14. Identify the category system application programming tool of the following software: A. Compiler, B. Assembler, C. Kubuntu, D. Text editor. Explore yourself. 1. Ask your teacher to help you locate any two device drivers installed on your computer. 2. Write any two system software and two application software installed on your computer. 3. Which microprocessor does your personal computer have? Which generation does it belong to? 4. What is the clock speed of your microprocessor? 5. Name any two devices in your school or home that have a microcontroller. 6. Check the size of RAM and HDD of a computer in your school. Make a table and write their size in bytes, kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes. 7. List all secondary storage devices available at your school or home. 8. Which operating system is installed on your computer at home or school?